What's up, guys? Michaela Vernava, Doug Hyde, Zack Cox at Gillette Stadium, where the Patriots have beaten the Tennessee Titans as expected, 35-14. The final, they handily blew them out of the water. But the game did start not exactly as expected. We talked all week about how the Patriots had to get out ahead, start fast, but they did not. A little bit of panic, I feel like, when the Titans went up 7, but then they managed to come back and really took control of the game after that.
Yeah, Patriots started off a little bit sleepy. It seemed like they had to wake up there in the second quarter, and when they woke up, they were dominant on defense, really explosive on offense, and Duron Harmon even kind of hesitantly said that you don't want to use the bye week as an excuse to start off slow, but it's kind of what the Patriots did today. They had the bye week, they hadn't played football in 2 weeks, then once they got their feet wet again, everything was off to the races, and the game went, as you said, as everyone expected.
Yeah, the Patriots actually trailed 7-0 after one quarter in this game, and then from the second quarter on, they really just kind of ratcheted up the intensity. They scored on their first 3 drives of the second quarter, and then in the third quarter, the pass rush really started to kind of percolate. I think they had at least 1 sack on 4 consecutive Titans drives. The Titans I think they had negative 15 yards in the entire third quarter, and then the fourth quarter was basically just all garbage time. So yeah, like you said, pretty much exactly how we expected this game to play out.
Yeah, the defense clicking on all cylinders, and also Tom Brady, 337 yards, 3 touchdowns, looked great out there without Alex Guerrero on the sidelines. Vintage Tom Brady, or the new Tom Brady, I guess, just exquisite Tom Brady. But we saw in a video the Patriots tweeted out at the beginning of the game, a little knee wobble, anything, I guess, to be concerned about moving forward. When we saw that, we all talked about it in the press box, but then he goes out and puts up a performance like this tonight.
Right, I don't think the Patriots were trying to accentuate the knee wobble. That was Pro Football Doc David Chow who pointed that out, and it was a little concerning to see that knee kind of wobble as he was, running, and I think that his performance speaks for itself. He had over 300 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. I will say one thing, that if there is anything to this knee nonsense or business or anything, he didn't throw deep very often, and when he did throw deep, he didn't hit on those deep passes. So I think the Patriots can rely on those short to intermediate passes as they continue on in the playoffs. I don't know how much deep throwing Brady's could be doing, because that deep ball has kind of struggled in the second half of the season overall.
I do also think that the deep ball just wasn't really part of the game plan today, because as we talked about before the game, the Titans are so bad at defending running backs in the passing game and defending tight ends. So they really spent most of the game just kind of dinking and dunking to James White, Dion Lewis, Rob Gronkowski, and Danny Amendola, who really had a fantastic game. He was really the only Patriots wide receiver who had even a halfway decent game. Brandon Cooks and Chris Hogan were both pretty quiet, although Hogan did have that 1 touchdown.
Yeah, he was 1 of 4, and that 1 catch was a touchdown, which was impressive, and good to at least have him back in the offense. But the thing that I found very interesting was just the spread of the workload around the Patriots offense. Brandon Bolden coming up with a touchdown, and really just Tom Brady being able to utilize all the weapons that he has out on the field, even though they're not the superstars necessarily like the Julian Edelmans, although Rob Gronkowski also did have a monster game, and he is a bit of a superstar himself.
And Danny Amendola was basically wearing his Julian Edelman mask today. He played the role of Julian Edelman as a stand-in spectacularly.
Yes. Well, the Patriots headed now to their 7th straight AFC championship game. Pretty crazy. I was saying to Zack before the press conferences started, I was very young. I was very young. I was like 20 years old the last time the Patriots did not go to an AFC.
It's been a very long time.
Yes, it has. So, should be exciting throughout the week. We will have you covered from wall to wall here at Gillette Stadium, so make sure to stay with us.